Hey y'all, how's it going? I'm trading the ES futures on a 2000 tick chart with a 21 EMA. So I've got the overnight high up here and the overnight low down here. These are our key levels for the day. So I started trading at 8 Central Time, or actually a little bit after. I started trading right here around 8:20ish as we were pushing up to the overnight high. And so first off, we have this uptrend and then a break. When an uptrend gets a break, you can expect prices to attempt a new high. And in this case here, it does get pretty choppy, but the context is very good. You're expecting a new high, two-legged break, second entry long, forming clear support, and then a very nice signal bar. Now, it does look good, but there is one thing you have to consider. I wouldn't want to mix this congestion with the fact that it's blocked by a trend line right there. So, that I would just want to wait for it to close out of this trend line before attempting to enter long. And you would need a limit order because you have the overnight high right here. You don't want to enter right into that. So you wouldn't want to enter, right above that, expecting it to push all the way out right there. This is a major resistance level. Now, a couple ticks, I usually don't matter, a tick or two, but, you don't want to risk that. So you would need a limit order. By the looks of it, you wouldn't have gotten filled far enough back to keep it within. Say you wait for this bar to trigger after it closes out, and you want to get in low enough within or just on, not too far out, you're not going to get filled right there. So, unfortunately, that's just how it went, but that is a good looking area to look to go long. So if you were looking to go long right here, then you're on the right track. And so we push on up here. When this uptrend, after it has the break and a new high, it's considered played out. And, excuse me. So after this uptrend plays out, we push lower here. Now notice this wider trend line. We broke this trend line. If this trend line had held, then we easily could have had a second leg at a new high right there. But since it broke, that's further confirmation that we are reversing. This uptrend played out, we're reversing. This wider trend line is not holding. That's more confirmation that we're going down. And so I liked looking to go short right here. I did need a limit order because, just like I was saying over here, I don't want to push my targets past support and resistance levels too much. Now, obviously, this overnight high, that's more significant than just some chop right here, but, still, I don't want to push it too far. Barely filled on that limit order right there. So anyway, this was a good place to look for a reversal. Didn't want to push it too far past that. I just liked it when it closed out of this trend line right here, out of this green trend line. And so anyway, we push on lower here, and we get a very sharp push down, which is not surprising because, once again, the uptrend just played out with a break and a new high. We can expect price to attempt to reverse. Now we get this first leg down right here. We break, push back up. We start our second attempt down. And the reason that I wouldn't consider going long right here is because with this measured move in play, considering it's a reversal area, reversals are generally very strong. There's a very high chance of price attempting to reach this measured move because the measured move is set after this first leg breaks, and then you have that first attempt at the measured move, and I'd be worried about a second attempt at a measured move going long right here, and then a second attempt trying to reach it down here, and then getting stopped out. So I would just want to see another attempt in order to enter on a failure, which doesn't happen until here. We do get it here technically, but at that point you're entering right into the overnight high again. So it's really just not ideal. So, it just didn't set up perfectly, but, if this second attempt pushed on further down to this trend line, then we absolutely could have looked for something there. But anyway, we push on up here. We reach the overnight high again. We get two pushes off. So first entry long, second entry long. Doesn't set up well. Obviously bad signal bar. It's just closing, then it, closes again, weird, and then it's going sideways, and then at this point you're entering right into it again. But we form this higher low right here. Now the EMA is staying up, this reversal failed, and we're getting this higher low setup right here. So once again, two legs back, and then a push up, higher low. I do think that this looks good. It's a very small trade. I wasn't quite paying enough attention at this time, but this does look good to ride to that overnight high. It's a very small trade, but you have room, so I do think that looks good right there. Considering it's with the clear upward bias, unable to reverse. So anyway, we push on up here. Now, I just want to show this uptrend with its break and a new high. This whole part right here with the break and a new high is part of the same leg on a bigger picture. So on a bigger picture, we have first leg up here, break, second leg up. So you can see these two major legs up. And after the 2 legs up, we have a more significant reversal. So, and let me just go through that again. So with these 2 legs up right here, this is uptrend, break, and then push to a new high, and then a reversal. Just like at first we had this uptrend, break, push to a new high, and then a reversal. So after the break and a new high, you can expect a reversal, and then when it happened on a bigger picture, we got a bigger reversal. So just keep in mind how that works. So anyway, we push on up here, we start pushing lower. This is a great place to look for a failed second entry, which we ended up getting here, which I'll go over in a sec. So we push lower here. You know, there's really no shorts on the way down. Even right here, it just gets choppy. That's not worth taking. It's just sideways. There's no clear legs pushing back onto the overnight high. We just push on lower here, go into this downtrend. We overshoot, and overshoots lead to breaks. And as soon as we had that overshoot, we immediately pushed into a break. We got these 2 legs back. This is once again, a 2-legged break. Start with the count up here. We have first entry long, second entry long, failure. So this is a big picture failed second entry. This is a great looking setup right here. Very strong reaction, got slipped a little because it happened so fast. So, you know, the entry slipped me a little. But anyway, we push on lower here. We have this 2 legs down at this point. And yeah, and also I do want to mention, if you didn't get filled as soon as you were entering here, you could have used a limit order to try to get up here, to get in here. But yeah, I wouldn't want to, like, say that you didn't get in here and then you didn't get in on a limit order. If it had pushed down here, I wouldn't want to enter down here as like a lower high, because you know you are forming some support right here. So I wouldn't want to enter that low and have your target all the way down here. You know, there are some things to consider. For instance, let me draw this right here. Even on this bounce right there, there was a wider trend line. Now, I wasn't too concerned about it because usually wider trend lines, when you're inside of a range, they're not as effective anyway. And considering how strong that reversal was down, I didn't mind, you know, waiting around. But it did bounce off of it right there. And so you just got to be careful. When there's some support forming, you don't want to push your targets too far. Now, again, this was a very strong reversal pattern, a very big picture reversal pattern with great context. So I didn't mind that we had a bounce right there. You know, again, you don't draw trend lines that wide inside of overnight ranges usually anyway, but clearly there is something there, and it's not worth entering too low on. So anyway, we have another leg down here. We have these 2 legs down before reversing. There's not really, you know, there's no real good longs right here. It just kind of reverses out of nowhere. And we push up. You know, this would have been a good place for a failed second entry to go long, but it just doesn't set up here. We just push on up. It looks like we could get something on a bigger picture here. You know, we have this leg up. I know I didn't draw that perfectly. I'm just drawing it to show the leg. So we have this push up. We could easily get another leg back as we do right here. So say price pushes up to here or something, we can get a 2-legged break. This is a big picture failed second entry. We could get something there. So, you know, we'll see what price does. I'm done for the day. Lately I've been trading until 2, but I am stopping today at noon. I stopped about 30 minutes ago. It's 12:30 right now. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video, and I hope it helped out, and thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.